Hey friends, welcome to the Unconventional Backpacker. I've failed twice now to reach my destination in the Lost Creek Wilderness area. That destination is the reservoir site where Denver Water in the late 1800s and early 1900s attempted to dam up Lost Creek to make a reservoir. They failed repeatedly. I've now attempted twice to get to this site, and I've failed twice. But I will not be defeated. Watch to the end to see. So here I am in the Lost Creek Wilderness. I got a little later start than I was hoping. I left my car at about 4:30. It's been 42 minutes. I've gone 1.7 miles, and I got to the camp spot that Jordan and I camped at, and I hope the whole family will come to in a couple weeks. Let me show you. A really cool big rock here that you can start a fire right here. Neat little spot to sit around the fire. So cool little spot. 1.7 miles in. Took me about 42 minutes. I'm gonna keep going. Well, it's a little after 7. I made it as far as I'm gonna make it today. Oh, I would have made it probably all the way to the first beaver pond, but I ended up taking a wrong turn, and I did about a half-mile detour before I realized it. So came back, so I went about a mile out of my way. But I'm getting pretty close, I think, to the beaver ponds. But I found a really cool spot to camp. There's this huge rock right here, little fire pit. I don't know, it's kind of cool. So I'm gonna make camp here tonight. It's a little after 7. It's starting to rain just a little bit. I got some rain coming, got a little wet. I need to try to get camp set up before it rains too much. And here we are a few minutes later. It's been lightly raining, but I have a tent all set up. I don't know if you can see that very well against this big rock, which is really nice. Nice little fire pit. So this spot is gonna work really well, I think, for my tent, for my camp. Well, it's the next morning. It's Monday morning. We made it through the night. We got a little fire going already this morning. It was a little chilly last night, colder than I was expecting. With the wool blanket, it's colder than a sleeping bag. So I got to figure something out. Okay, I'm just about ready to get on a hike. It's almost 9:30 in the morning. I figure since I stopped early yesterday, I probably have, I don't know, a 5-mile hike today. Well, just to get there, and then 5 miles back out. So maybe a 10-mile hike today. It's going to kind of be a long hike, but I got just kind of a lighter bag. I'm not going to take the full bag. I'm going to just take that basically, and leave everything else here. So here I am on trail. I've found what I think is the first beaver pond. I don't know if you can see that. There's some twigs over there. Sticks is probably the beaver thing. Okay, we're about an hour and 40 minutes into this hike, and I just got to the Goose Creek trail. There's a little trail marker right here. Shows me Goose Creek. So I think, I don't know how far I've gone, maybe 3.5, 4 miles. From here, I estimate it's about 3 miles down to where I want to go. So I got a lot of walking to do today. I'm gonna get going. Just started on the Goose Creek Trail. I've been on like 5 minutes, and look at this. This is so cool. I gotta cross the little stream here, but there's like the big beaver dam. Isn't that amazing? That's probably 4 or 5 feet there from that water level up to that top water level. So, wow, very cool. Wow, look at this. I'm on Goose Creek Trail. I'm getting close to the summit, and then I'll start descending down into the canyon. These rocks are just so cool. All right, continuing on. Okay, I've made it to the summit, I think, of Goose Creek. I've been going uphill a lot. I'm 2 hours and 40 minutes into this hike. And now I think I'm gonna be heading down. And when I was looking at the map, it looked like this was like 2,500 foot drop, which is gonna be good now, but then coming back, it's gonna be a lot. But I'm gonna try to make it. Oh, I think I was wrong. I think I'm now at the summit. Still a little less than 3 hours to get to this point. Cool rock formation here. Yeah, look at that. The rocks are getting really cool around this area. Now I think I'm heading down into this canyon. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm exactly 3 hours into this hike. And it just keeps getting prettier and prettier. Oh my gosh. So, let's see. Again, the pictures don't do it justice. So amazing out here. Woo! Continuing on down into the canyon. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm almost 4 hours into this. And actually, my phone started working again, so I can see where I'm at on the trail. And it looks like I've got another hour at least. That would be like a 5-hour trek there. And then coming back, it's uphill so much. It's gonna be even longer. I'm just afraid that's gonna put me back at camp kind of late. It's like 1:30 right now. I wouldn't get to these cabins until 2:30. And then I'm gonna be tired and wanna rest until like 3. And then if it's a 5-hour trek back, 5 or 5.5, who knows? It's just gonna be putting me back to camp pretty late. So I'm disappointed, but I think the right decision is just to kind of hang out here, rest, eat some lunch, and then start heading back. Still, that'll be a good 8 hours of hiking today, if not longer than that. So I made it back. It was a long day of hiking. I did it I did 15 miles. It was 7.5 each way. I left at 9:45 and got back at 6:20 at night. So, I'm tired. I'm in my tent right now, just lying on the mattress. Took my boots off. Feels so good. Oh, that was a long day. It was kind of disappointing that I didn't make it, but I figure it was 2 to 3 miles, I think closer to 3 miles ahead of me when I turned around my final destination. And, if it was 3 miles there and then 3 miles back, that would have added 6 miles onto my 15-mile hike today, so it would have been like a 21-mile hike. I got back at 6:20, which was good. I can rest a little bit and have dinner. If I had made it all the way there and back, it probably would have been 9 o'clock when I was back. So, as disappointing as it was, I'm glad I didn't do it. I'm just tired. I'm going to take a rest. And, yep. Well, I finally made it back to the car. It took me about 2.5 hours this morning. I went 5 miles. So, trip is all done. I'm back safe, but not in cell phone range yet. Love you guys all. I'll see you in a little bit. Well, I may be starting to regret my decision to come out. The weather is turning bad. It is hailing now. There's my tarp. It's holding up pretty good. Oh, look at this. Woo! We'll see how long this goes for. Well, I woke up to some snow this morning. Probably a couple inches everywhere. I had to get all the snow off my tarp, but it held up. I stayed nice and warm last night, but because of all this snow and I'm supposed to keep doing this all day, I think I'm gonna head out of here today.